I want to thank all of you for being here today. There's so many different things to do that you take an hour out of your time is great. Linda asked me last year to speak, and I thought it was quite an honor to do that. Once again, I thank that, even though I hate preparing speeches, I'm a lot better just speaking off the cuff, so to speak, or ad-libbing. But I did have one put together. I was working on it yesterday. Then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but Gail and I were exposed to a monologue yesterday that we were quite taken aback by. I thought, wow, this is pretty neat. And so after looking at that, I decided that's what I'm going to read today. I am the United States of America. I was born on July 4th, 1776, and the Declaration of Independence is my birth certificate. I am the United States of America. The bloodlines of the world run through my veins because I have offered freedom to the oppressed. I am 300 million living souls and the ghost of millions who have lived and died for me. 1 million and more of my countrymen have died for freedom, and I am their monument. My ancestors left their blood on the green at Lexington and the snow at Valley Forge, on the walls of Fort Sumter, in the fields of Gettysburg, on the waters of the River Marne, and in the shadows of the Argonne Forest, on the beaches of Normandy, and the sands of Okinawa, on the bare, bleak hills called Pork Chop, and Old Baldy, and Heartbreak Ridge. I am Nathan Hale and Paul Revere. I stood at Lexington and fired and shot and heard round the world. I am Washington, Jefferson, and Patrick Henry. I am John Paul Jones, the Green Mountain Boys, and Davy Crockett. I am Lee and Grant and Lincoln. I am the Brooklyn Bridge, the wheat fields of Kansas, and the granite hills of Vermont. I am the coal fields of Virginia and Pennsylvania. I am the fertile fields of the West, the Golden Gate Bridge, and the Grand Canyon. I am Independence Hall, the Monitor, and the Merrimack. I am big. I sprawl from the Atlantic to the Pacific, 3 million square miles throbbing with industry and farming. I am more than 2 million farms. I am forest and field, mountain and desert. I am quiet villages and busy cities that never sleep. You can look at me and see Ben Franklin walking down the streets of Philadelphia with a loaf of bread under his arm. You can see Betsy Ross with her needle. You can see the lights of Christmas and hear the strains of Old Lang Syne as the calendar turns. I am Babe Ruth and the World Series. I am the laughter of a small boy as he watches a circus clown's antics. I am the light of triumph in the eyes of a 6-year-old boy as he reads aloud for the first time. I am 200,000 schools and colleges and over 275,000 churches where people worship God as they think best. I'm a ballad dropped in a box, the roar of a crowd in a stadium, and the voice of a choir in a cathedral. I am an editorial in a newspaper and a letter to a congressman. I am Eli Whitney and Stephen Foster. I am Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein and Billy Graham. I am Horace Greeley, Will Rogers, and the Wright brothers. I am George Washington Carver, Daniel Webster, and Jonas Salk. I am Longfellow, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Walt Whitman, and Thomas Paine. Yes, I am the nation, and these things are the things I am. I was conceived in freedom, and God willing, in freedom will I spend the rest of my days. May I always possess the integrity, the courage, and the strength to keep myself unshackled, to remain a citadel of freedom and a beacon of hope to the world. And may God bless America.